as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gives us the easiest method to come back to him. He gives himself freely.
Então Krishna vem na sua forma mais misericordiosa e dá-se a si próprio sem restrições.
Like in this verse we are seeing that when at the time of death, one has to fix his mind on Krishna to attain Krishna.
Como neste verso vemos que a pessoa tem que se concentrar sem desvio em Krishna para o alcançar.
In text 6, Krishna says, whatever state of being one remembers, when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
Porque Krishna explica aquele estado de mente que a pessoa se encontra ao deixar o corpo, esse estado ele vai alcançar sem falha.
So death is a very painful experience. As Prabhupada is explaining here, it's not so simple to just think, oh, I can just do all nonsense my whole life and I'll just plan it at the time of death. You know, everything to be there, Krishna's deity to be there, and I'll have the devotees chanting, and I'll plan it all very nicely, so when I leave my body, I will just think of Krishna.
So, a altura da morte é uma altura muito difícil, e não é que nós podemos planear tudo, ter devotos, kirtan, a deidade de Krishna ao pé.
But it's not that simple. Because whatever we've done in our past life or during our whole life, that comes to us at the time of death. All the experiences we've had, all the attachments we have, all the desires we have, all comes to us, and that's what we will fix our mind on at the time of death.
Porque na altura da morte, todas as coisas que nós nos focamos durante a vida, que nos vai surgir na nossa lembrança tudo isso.
So whatever we remember throughout our lives is most likely what we will remember at the time of death.
Porque aquilo que nós nos lembramos e fazemos durante toda a nossa vida, certamente é isso que vamos nos lembrar na altura da morte.
Srila Prabhupada explains that death is such a painful experience, it's like 40,000 scorpions stinging you at once.
Prabhupada explica de que a altura da morte é dolorosa, como que 40,000 escorpiões te morderem de uma vez.
So imagine how aloof and detached we have to be from this body, how focused our mind must be on the Lord for us to attain this position at the time of death.
Então, para pensarmos do quanto nós temos que estar elevados para, na altura da morte, ter esta situação de lembrar que
it's very, very difficult.
É muito difícil.
But what we do throughout our lives, we create habits and we practice, you know, this process of Krishna consciousness, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has very mercifully given us.
Então, mas nós, durante a nossa vida, estamos ocupados neste processo que Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nos deu.
And then it's most likely that Krishna will reciprocate with our endeavors and appear before us.
É muito natural que então Krishna, em reciprocação com a nossa tentativa durante a vida, que apareça a nós na altura da morte.
Prabhupada explains in the purport that without performing some kind of yoga, it is virtually impossible to attain that transcendental state at the time of death.
Srila Prabhupada explica no significado que se não praticarmos algum tipo de yoga, vai ser muito difícil alcançar estado elevado de consciência na altura da morte.
And Krishna here is explaining the process of Shat Chakra Yoga, which means meditating on the 6 chakras and how to channel the mind, the energy through the 6 chakras to attain Krishna.
Krishna neste verso está a explicar o processo de Sat Chakra Yoga, o processo de meditação em Krishna através de seguir um processo de dos 6 chakras do corpo.
It's fixing the life air between the eyebrows.
Colocar a força vital da vida entre as sobrancelhas.
And this practice of yoga system is not successful if it doesn't have any devotion.
E esta prática de yoga não é conseguida se não se tiver serviço, Bhakti Yoga, serviço devocional.
So it's not like, what do you call it? It's not like an automatic thing or like something that you can just practice just by automatically doing it.
Não é algo que se alcança só por hábito de o fazer.
And with this practice of the Chakra Yoga system, you have to also be a renunciate, a celibate person with purity, have knowledge of the Vedas.
Então, além de se ocupar neste processo, a pessoa deve praticar celibacia, ter conhecimento dos Vedas.
You have to chant the Omkara as explained in the next verse.
Cantar, por exemplo, o mantra Om.
And you should practice strict sense control and focus the mind on the super soul in the heart.
E ter controle absoluto e meditar na alma, na super alma no coração.
And in this way the life force is raised to the top of the head.
E nessa altura a força da vida é levantada para o cimo da cabeça.
And even with this practice, one's destination is an attainment is not Krishna in his spiritual abode.
E mesmo através desta prática, o que se alcança não é diretamente Krishna no seu planeta.
One can only reach the Brahman, the impersonal Brahma Jyoti of the Lord.
Com esta prática só se consegue alcançar o aspecto impessoal de Krishna.
So that's why Prabhupada said a pure devotee does not practice such yoga because he's always engaged in Krishna consciousness.
Por isso, Srila Prabhupada diz que devoto não pratica este yoga porque está sempre ocupado em serviço devocional a Krishna.
It's also very impractical in this age of Kali to perform all these different yoga practices, even that Krishna recommends in the Bhagavad Gita.
E também nesta era em que estamos agora é muito difícil praticar estes tipos de yoga.
That is why Krishna several times in many verses throughout the Bhagavad Gita, whether he's describing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all kinds of the Shatchakra system, Ashtanga Yoga, all the different kinds of yogas, he emphasizes, he brings it all back to Bhakti Yoga.
É por isso que Krishna, ao longo de toda a Bhagavad Gita, quando fala sobre estes sistemas de yoga, diz também que fala sempre sobre Bhakti Yoga como o processo mais fácil e elevado.
Because in this age of Kali, people are short-lived. They have lower intelligence. They cannot perform austerities. They are not disciplined. They have so many faults, so many flaws. It is virtually not possible to do these very arduous, difficult practices of yoga.
Porque nos dias de hoje as pessoas não têm tantas qualidades, paciência, são impacientes, não têm austeridade, inteligência, memória, poucas qualidades que permitem praticar este tipo de yoga.
So Krishna has made it very easy for us in this age of Kali by performance of Bhakti Yoga, devotional service to him.
Krishna fez o processo de Bhakti Yoga, ou deu-nos o processo de Bhakti Yoga, porque é uma maneira mais fácil de alcançá-lo.
And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it even easier. What is the process that he recommended
E Sri
for us to
Chaitanya
connect with?
ainda o fez mais fácil.
What is the process recommended, the easiest way for us to attain him in this age?
Qual é o processo mais fácil nesta era para o alcançar?
Who knows the famous verse from Brihan Naradiya Purana?
Quem sabe o verso famoso do Brihat Dhanadya Purana?
Anyone? Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalo Nastyeva, Nastyeva, Nastyeva Gatir Anyatha. In this age of Kali, it's mentioned 3 times for emphasis. There is no other way, no other way, no other way but chanting the holy names, chanting the holy names, chanting the holy names to achieve perfection in this life.
Neste verso é explicado de que 3 vezes de que nesta era de Kali não há outra maneira, não há outra maneira, não há outra maneira, além de cantar o santo nome do Senhor. 3 vezes é repetido.
Also we see in the Shikshashtakam text 2, it's here on the wall here. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrapita niyamita smaranena kalaha etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdeva midrisham mihajani nanuragaha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, he has left us 8 instructions. He didn't leave us many books or many elaborate instructions like Krishna did. But these 8 instructions, if we follow them, we can attain Krishna very easily.
O Sr. Chaitanya não deixou muitos livros, deixou apenas 8 versos, Shikshashtaka, que contém a essência da vida espiritual.
Now, what is the meaning of this verse? Anybody knows?
Qual é o significado deste verso, número 2?
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In all these transcendental names, you invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even any hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
Neste verso, Sr. Chaitanya diz: Meu Senhor, tu tens centenas de milhares de nomes como Krishna e Govinda e investiste todas as energias nestes santos nomes, mas eu sou tão desafortunado que não tenho atração por eles.
But what is so special in these holy names? Why this process? Why the holy names? Why is it this way that we can attain the Lord?
Mas o que há de especial no santo nome? Porque através desta forma conseguimos alcançá-lo?
Could have been any other way, right?
Podia ter sido uma outra maneira.
So what is so special and so powerful about chanting the holy names of Krishna?
Então o que há de tão especial sobre cantar os santos nomes?
Anyone can say it's different things about the holy name?
Alguém pode dizer alguma coisa?
Anyone else first before Rasananda? Yes, it's non-different from Krishna. What does that mean? Non-different from Krishna. Krishna is his name. So when we say Krishna, Krishna is manifest. Krishna dances on our tongue.
Não é diferente o nome de Krishna e Krishna não é diferente. Quando dissemos o nome de Krishna, Krishna dança na nossa língua.
So we don't have to wait for the time of death to attain Krishna.
Não precisamos esperar da altura da morte
In this
para
moment,
alcançar Krishna.
in this moment, if we chant purely with full absorption in Krishna, we've attained him.
Neste momento, agora, se cantarmos o santo nome puramente, alcançamos Krishna.
Why? Because he dances on our tongue. What can be greater than that?
Porque ele está a dançar na nossa língua.
And we can see him, you'll be able to feel his presence.
E nós podemos sentir a sua presença.
But then why don't we feel like that?
Mas porque nós não sentimos isso?
Sometimes, so many years we've been chanting, even seriously practicing Krishna consciousness.
Às vezes estamos a cantar já há muito tempo.
But why doesn't tears run down our eyes, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains? that when we chant the holy name, tears should run down our eyes. Our hair should stand on end. Yes?
Mas porque é que
In ecstasy.
lágrimas não caem nos nossos olhos e os pelos do nosso corpo se levantam quando cantamos Santo Nome, como o Sr. Chaitanya explica?
That's because, anyone knows?
Porque será? Qual a explicação?
Krishna is giving us freely his holy names. Okay? He's present in his holy names.
Krishna dá-se a si mesmo livremente no seu santo nome, está presente no santo nome.
But are we present when we're chanting his names?
Mas nós estamos presentes quando cantamos o santo nome?
Only when we are fully present, meaning that when we chant with full absorption, hearing the holy name, only the holy name, and don't have any other distractions, then it's possible.
Somente quando cantamos o santo nome em absorção plena, somente ouvindo o santo nome, então Krishna é possível que ele se manifeste.
So, even though Krishna is giving us this holy name freely in this day and age where we can attain him, this process by which we can obtain him, still we'll benefit so much more if we are able to chant with full absorption, with full attention. Because one of the offenses to the holy name is inattention.
Então Krishna está-se a dar a si próprio através do santo nome, mas se nós não cantamos com absorção completa, não conseguimos percebê-lo, porque uma das ofensas é estar desatento cantando o santo nome.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur compares it to a mad person.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur compara essa ofensa com uma pessoa louca.
It's like you inviting a guest to your house.
É como convidar uma pessoa para a nossa casa.
You invite him in, and you, in the beginning, you offer him a seat, you give him some worship, you offer him some food.
É como convidar alguém para a nossa casa. Nós damos um local para sentar, oferecemos alguma comida.
Then you take out your phone, the invention of Kali Yuga.
Mas depois tiramos o nosso telefone.
And then you're just scrolling in your phone, and then your guest is there, and he's trying to get your attention. You're just scrolling, and you're like browsing through your Facebook, your Instagram, and all of that, and then you say, like, you know, this is like our chanting.
É como temos a pessoa à nossa frente, mas nós estamos ocupados no nosso telefone a ver tudo, a andar pelo telemóvel em todos os meios sociais e não damos atenção ao nosso convidado.
So how can in this way we feel the presence of Krishna who is present in his holy name?
Como é que dessa forma podemos sentir a presença de Krishna no seu?
Isn't it sounds like a mad person or a very disrespectful person? Would you like to speak to someone who is not paying attention to you and just like scrolling on their phone or doing something else, and you are trying to get their attention, but they are not present?
Dessa forma, estando nós não dando atenção ao nosso convidado, é como uma pessoa louca.
Isn't it very annoying?
Como é que te sentirias se tu fizesse, se isto acontecesse a ti?
So this is how. This is why we are not getting the results, the actual results of chanting the holy name. We're getting the shadow of the holy name, not the pure holy name.
É por isso que nós não conseguimos sentir os efeitos totais do santo nome. Só sentimos uma sombra.
And then there is the mind. Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita. There's the mind which is more difficult to control than the wind.
Depois temos a mente, que é mais difícil de controlar do que o vento.
But Krishna encourages us. He says, with proper practice and detachment, we can conquer the mind.
Krishna explica no Bhagavad Gita que é possível controlar a mente
Because
com prática e desapego.
Because we are not this mind. We are something higher. We are the soul. We are higher than the mind.
Porque nós estamos além da mente, somos a alma.
So by the use of the intelligence, we can control the mind, but it takes practice.
Mas pelo uso da inteligência conseguimos controlar a mente, mas tem que se praticar.
And there are various techniques we can use for chanting, which we can discuss at another time. Now we are running out of time.
Há algumas outras técnicas que se pode usar ao cantar o Santo Nome.
But Krishna, whatever step we take towards Krishna, he is very pleased. Whatever it is.
Mas qualquer passo que nós demos para Krishna, ele fica muito satisfeito.
Especially Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, they are the most merciful.
Em especial o Sr. Chaitanya e Lord Nityananda, que são muito misericordiosos.
So whatever steps we take towards them, towards attaining Krishna, so at the end of this life we can remember him, he very much appreciates that. It's like a parent, after many, many years, his child is returning to him, who's turning to him. He will be very happy.
É como um pai, quando vê os seus filhos voltarem a ele, depois de muito tempo, ficará muito satisfeito com qualquer tentativa.
So let us, in this holy month of Kartik, it's a very auspicious month, because everything we do in this month is multiplied 1,000-fold.
Então, vamos neste mês de Kartik, porque no mês de Kartik, qualquer atividade que se faça é ampliada 1000 vezes.
So if Divya decided to chant like even one round every day, so that it will be like 1,000 rounds every day.
So, se alguém cantar uma ronda em Kartik, é como se cantasse 1000 vezes.
So we should take advantage of this month, because it's like a divine sale. You know, it's like having a wholesale at a shop.
O mês de Kartik é como uma venda de saldos numa loja.
Krishna is giving himself so much for a little price.
Krishna dá-se a si próprio por valor muito pequeno.
So let us try to chant this process that Krishna describes and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. Let us try to chant with more absorption, with more feeling, with more attention, to show Krishna we are serious. We are serious, Krishna, that we want to come back to you.
Vamos então neste mês cantar com mais absorção, mais cuidado e mostrar a Krishna que sim, Krishna, eu estou interessado em chegar perto de ti.
You all know the story, the pastime of Damodar? Is everyone familiar?
Esta história de Damodar, o passatempo de Krishna, Damodar?
Because the story, it's not only so wonderful, showing Krishna's beautiful relationship with his devotee and how he becomes conquered by their love, but it also has a very significant lesson for us.
Esta história não só é uma história muito bonita de como podemos alcançar Krishna, mas também tem um significado muito profundo.
Do I have time to just say a few minutes?
Like 2, 3 minutes.
Okay. So one day, Mother Yashoda, this is Krishna's mother, she was churning butter. In those days, they used to churn the butter in the churning pot with the strings. They pull.
So, Yashoda estava a fazer o iogurte num pote.
And then Krishna was feeling very hungry. So she left her business aside and she tended to Krishna and started feeding him her breast milk.
E ela viu que Krishna estava com fome e deixou o que estava a fazer para dar de mamar a Krishna.
And Krishna was just a little toddler at this time.
Krishna era bebê nessa altura.
So while she was feeding him, she noticed that the milk on the fire on the stove was boiling over.
E quando estava a amamentar, Krishna notou que o leite no fogão estava a sair por fora.
So she left Krishna aside quickly, so that to attend to the milk, so that the milk won't boil over.
E ela pôs o Krishna de lado e foi a correr ao fogão para que o leite não saísse fora do pote.
So what did you think Krishna did?
Então o que é que Krishna fez?
He was very angry, like a little hungry little boy.
Ele ficou zangado.
So he crawled off or stomped off with his tiny little feet. And he found a yogurt pot and he broke it. Threw it down like a little child making a tantrum.
Ele, numa zanga, encontrou pote de iogurte e partiu.
Then Mother Yashoda comes and she sees this broken pot here on the floor and she couldn't find Krishna anywhere.
E a mãe Yashoda chegou e viu o pote de iogurte partido no chão e não encontrou Krishna.
But she could see this little yogurt footprints and she started following it.
Mas conseguia ver as pegadas de Krishna que estavam cheias de iogurte e seguiu.
And she could see in the courtyard, Krishna is on top of a grinding mortar. This is like a wooden pestle where you grind grains. In those days, they used to grind it by hand. So he had it upside down. It was upside down, and he was standing on the top.
E encontrou Krishna em cima de objeto que se usa para fazer iogurte e estava em cima dele.
And then on the ceiling there was this butter pot hanging. And so he was taking the butter from these butter pots, eating it and feeding the monkeys.
E Krishna estava a comer essa manteiga que estava nesse pote por cima e ia distribuí-lo aos macacos.
And then Krishna is looking side to side, wondering if, to make sure he doesn't get caught.
E Krishna estava preocupado, a olhar para todos os lados para que não fosse apanhado.
And then Yashoda comes from the back and she takes a whipping stick, a stick in her hand.
E a mãe Yashoda vem por trás, vem com pau.
Because she felt like she had to discipline Krishna now. He is becoming very naughty.
Porque ela disse que queria dar uma lição a Krishna.
Then Krishna noticed Mother Yashoda coming towards him with a whipping stick in her hand.
E Krishna viu que a mãe estava a se aproximar com pau na mão.
And so he started running.
E começou a correr.
And Mother Yashoda started running after him with the stick.
E a mãe Yashoda a correr atrás dele.
And Krishna was really afraid of that whipping stick.
E Krishna estava mesmo com medo desse pau.
And then Mother Yashoda was running. She was sweating. Hair fell loose. The flowers from her hair fell down. And Krishna eventually allowed her to catch him.
E a mãe Yashoda estava cansada durante toda esta correria e mais pouco Krishna concordou em ser apanhado.
So she decided no, she cannot whip Krishna. He is so beautiful, he's so sweet, he's so wonderful. There had to be another way to discipline him.
E a mãe Yashoda disse, não, eu não vou magoá-lo, deve haver alguma maneira de o disciplinar.
So she saw the grinding mortar and she wanted to tie him to this grinding mortar.
E ela quis atar Krishna a esse local onde se faz o iogurte.
And now Krishna, he was so afraid that he started to cry.
Mas Krishna estava com tanto medo que começou a chorar.
There's a beautiful description today when we sing the Damodar Ashtakam and we offer our lamp to Damodar and Krishna, the Mother Yashoda binding. You can see the picture there of Mother Yashoda running after Krishna. So today, in these beautiful verses in the Damodar Ashtakam, it describes how Krishna starts crying and the kajal, the black ointment from his eyes, starts flowing down with his tears.
E no Srimad Bhagavatam descreve, e nesta canção que vamos cantar hoje, como Krishna a chorar, as lágrimas deixam cair o negro que estava pintado nos seus olhos.
So she got a rope and she started to tie Krishna.
E começou a amarrar Krishna
around the grinding mortar, and when she tied him around to make the knot, she found that it was 2 inches too short.
E ela começou a atar Krishna, mas viu que cada vez que tentava atar faltavam 2 dedos na corda.
So she got more rope, and every time she tried to tie Krishna up, it was always 2 inches too short.
E cada vez que ela tentou amarrar Krishna, estava sempre 2 dedos mais curto.
So she started running all over Vrindavan, getting all the ropes that she could manage to find to tie Krishna. But every time she tried to tie him, it was still 2 inches short.
E ela começou a pedir mais corda, mas sempre era 2 dedos mais curto.
Then Krishna saw how his mother was struggling. She was breathing heavily. Sweat was pouring from her hair. She was tired trying to bind Krishna.
E Krishna viu a mãe como estava tão cansada a tentar o tal.
And seeing Mother Yashoda's efforts, Krishna allowed her to bind him.
E
Finally.
Krishna, a ver o esforço da mãe Yashoda, concordou em ser atado.
So this teaches us a very nice lesson, that there's 2 things required to attain Krishna, to attain the Supreme.
Então, este passatempo tem uma lição de 2 coisas importantes para alcançar Krishna.
One is our efforts, like how Mother Yashoda depicted.
É o esforço, como o esforço da mãe Yashoda.
And the other is Krishna's mercy. When Krishna sees our efforts, our desires, our not giving up, when he sees these things, then he says, oh, I should give this person, I should give my devotee some mercy. And so Krishna comes under the control of his devotee.
E outra lição é de que, tanto o nosso esforço, e o segundo é a misericórdia de Krishna, porque Krishna, quando vê o nosso esforço, ele sente-se atraído a dar misericórdia.
So it's very difficult to attain Krishna on our own, just by our own efforts.
É muito difícil alcançar Krishna pelo nosso esforço.
But it is required. We have to work as if everything depends on us, and pray as if everything depends on Krishna.
Temos que nos esforçar como tudo depende de nós e orar como tudo dependesse de
So
Krishna.
both things are required. Our efforts and Krishna's mercy.
Ambos são necessários, o nosso esforço e a misericórdia de Krishna.
So let us, on this very auspicious month of Kartik, where all our endeavors are anyway multiplied, magnified in this auspicious month, let us do even extra service, extra chanting, extra surrender, extra reading of the Bhagavad Gita, so that when Krishna sees our endeavors, he becomes so pleased that he will say, oh, this devotee is very serious. This devotee wants to come to me. I will give him my mercy. I will give this devotee my mercy. And what is that mercy?
Então vamos neste mês de Kartik fazer mais um serviço, mais um esforço para que Krishna note isso e nos dê a sua misericórdia.
What kind of mercy can he give us?
E que tipo de misericórdia ele nos pode dar?
Will he give us a nice big house? Will he give us a nice big TV? A nice car? Okay, we can use all of these things for Krishna in some way.
O que é que Krishna nos vai dar?
He will give us a taste to attain him. He will give us a taste for the holy name. He will give us more enthusiasm to practice our devotional practices. He will give us more desire. He will help us in every way to come closer to him.
Ele nos dará mais gosto por cantar, mais gosto pela vida espiritual, nos dará misericórdia para que nós possamos sentir a sua presença.
So let us, during this very holy month, remember this beautiful pastime of Mother Yashoda binding Krishna, and take inspiration from this and try to increase our devotional practices, especially the chanting of Krishna's holy name, where Krishna is present with us in his name.
Então vamos neste mês especial com esta oração aproximarmos mais de Krishna e cantar o santo nome.
And in this month, offering a lamp to Krishna is very special. There are so many references in the Puranas where when we offer a lamp to Krishna, so many of our sinful reactions are destroyed.
Neste mês oferece uma lâmpada a Krishna e há muitas referências na escritura que oferecer uma lâmpada neste mês destrói muitas atividades pecaminosas.
But more than that, when we're offering our lamps, we can see that light representing us as the soul surrendering to Krishna, and we're offering our hearts to Him.
E mais do que isso, esta lâmpada é um reflexo de nós, a nossa ofrenda a Krishna.
Because this is what Krishna ultimately wants. He just wants that. He wants our love. He wants our hearts.
Porque isso é o que Krishna realmente quer, o nosso amor, a nossa entrega.
Okay, so thank you very much for your kind attention. And I wish you all a very blissful Kartik month.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. Shri Damodar Krishna ki jai. Shri Yashoda Damodar ki jai.